Hi everyone, welcome to our latest video. This is honey baked granola, one of our favourite recipes, making it all the time, keeping us stocked up. Perfect for breakfast with fresh fruit and yogurt. Don't forget the recipe is on studiokitchen.com.au. Let's get started with the recipe. Don't forget, you need to get all of your ingredients ready to go. There's a lot of ingredients in this one, but for the recipe and method, check it out online. But to get started, we're gonna add honey into a saucepan, and then we're gonna add in our butter. We're gonna heat these two on the stove. We're not gonna bring them to a boil. We're just gonna kind of heat the honey and melt the butter at the same time, mix the two together, and this is gonna be the binding agent to mix all of our goodness, all of the fruit and the nuts and the seeds and everything is gonna get bound together by this mixture. So I've just heated it up and just putting it to one side while we work on the dry ingredients. I've got almonds here, which have the skin on still, and I'm just roughly chopping them, so coarsely chopping them. I don't want fine pieces, but I certainly don't want the big pieces in there. And as you can see, that's a really quick and easy job. Just cutting those up, putting them to one side, and then working on our walnuts. Again, just coarsely chopping the nuts and putting them into a bowl and putting them by the side while we get a big bowl and start to mix our actual dry granola mix. So as I said, lots of ingredients. In first goes rolled oats, then we've got puffed quinoa, then we're going to add our nuts. So we've got the almonds and we've got the chopped walnuts before adding our seeds. So we've got pumpkin seeds followed by sunflower seeds, and then we're adding in our cocoa nibs. Oh, I forgot the sesame seeds, so they're going in there as well. Pinch of salt just to balance out some of that sweetness from the honey, and then adding some spices. So I've got some ground cinnamon and some ground ginger. And look at that, ready to go. I know there's a lot of ingredients, but it's a really easy recipe to make. Okay, happy with that. Just mixed it up. I just want to make sure that none of those spices sort of cloy together and we get rid of any lump and distribute everything nice and evenly. Going to get our trays ready now. Got two baking trays here. I'm just going to lightly spray with grease before lining with paper, and I'm going to do that on two trays. This is two sort of standard oven trays, and this recipe will make two trays. Into our dry mix, we're going to add that cooled mixture. That's the honey and that's the butter. They've been mixed together, heated together, and then left to cool. You don't want to pour it in too hot. And then using a spatula or a maurice, just mixing it up really well. Make sure you get underneath, make sure you get all of that dry stuff coated with the honey and the butter. And then distribute your mix between two trays. Basically, I don't weigh this off, I just do it by eye. I want an even amount in both trays. And then I'm going to use a back of a spoon or a spatula just to press it down. Now, I want to press this down fairly firmly, but not too hard. We want this granola to have sort of chunks when it comes out of the oven. So pressing it down fairly firmly, but not super hard, will result in that. And this is ready to go into the oven now. The oven has been preheated. I've got two trays in at the same time. I'm going to give the first bake for 12 minutes, and this is on 180 degrees. After that goes off, I'm going to turn around my trays just to make sure it bakes nice and evenly. You know, all ovens are different. Put them back in, and then we're going to give it another 8 minutes, and then it's ready to go. Pull it out of the oven, leave it to cool down. It won't take long because it's thin, and it looks incredible. It smells absolutely fantastic. You can hear that crunch on there. Pop that to the side, we'll see it in a minute. Into a bowl, we're going to add our flaked coconut, cranberries, we've got some currants, we've got some raisins here, and we've also got some freeze-dried fruit. These are freeze-dried raspberries, and we're just going to mix that together. This is the stuff that we didn't want to bake, but we're going to add into our granola when we break it all up. And grabbing our granola now and just lifting it up. Now, I want to keep some of these pieces whole, so I just break this granola up into really sort of large chunks. And don't forget, we need to add those other ingredients in, and as you add, chunks break down. So keep your chunks nice and large, and then when you add in your dried fruit, you can kind of mix it up, and they will break down a little bit further, The last thing you want is just sort of all powdery bits and loose bits of granola. So you want to keep the integrity of the granola, because that really is fantastic when you bite into it. And look at that, just really gently adding in those ingredients and just kind of mix them up together with your hand. You can store this in a jar. You can give this away as gifts as well. It's fantastic. Put it into a jar with a screw top lid, and that will sit in your pantry. Or another little secret tip, because we found we were making big batches of this because we were so busy and we didn't want it to sort of go stale. So we would put it into a container and then popping it into our freezer. It really is fantastic when you eat the granola with fresh fruit and yogurt, and it's straight from the freezer. It's a good little tip there. But there you go, super simple. This is how you get a batch of granola on the go, and it really is fantastic. You can bag it up and give it away as gifts, but you can also do different variations. So there's a recipe on Studio Kitchen for this one, which has got cocoa nibs and also got coffee beans in it. Give you a bit of a buzz. But give it a go. Hope you enjoy it. Recipes on Studio Kitchen. Thanks for watching. Let us know how you go.